To me, if my boys are fully vaccinated and they're at daycare, they're a lot less likely to spread disease to other babies. I would never forgive myself if I knew that my son had gotten another baby very sick and it was something I could have prevented.
In South Carolina, amid the largest measles outbreak the U.S. has seen in more than 35 years, parents have had to figure out how to protect their kids the best they can. Lower vaccination rates mean they can't depend on herd immunity, which requires at least 95% of people in a community to be immunized. Among the most vulnerable are babies too young to be vaccinated.
It threw a lot of panic into parents, and they started withdrawing their students or not enrolling their students. We got some posters mailed to us and told us to hang these posters up and call us if you have any questions, but there's not been a lot of guidance.
While this outbreak has slowed down, with total reported cases near 1,000, measles continues to spread in other states. And doctors worry that this virus, one of the most contagious known to humanity, could eventually rip through the U.S. like it did a century ago.
To be honest, I never thought I would ever live in an area with a measles outbreak or having to be dealing with this as a parent or as a pediatrician. But unfortunately, it only takes a small percent to not vaccinate for things to really spread like wildfire. It is a viral infection that typically causes fever and cough and rash, but has an increased risk of complications. So the one that is really scary is encephalitis or inflammation of the brain.
Usually, children receive the combination measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine just after their first birthday, and then a booster shot around 4 to 6 years old. But during the outbreak, some local doctors began offering an approved infant dose to babies as young as 6 months.
My wife called me when I was at work one day and told me, she said that we were going to have the measles vaccine early. And I was like, so we're able to do that? And she said yes, as a precautionary thing. And now since she's got the second one, it actually makes me feel a lot better. You know, it's not about you at that point. It's about the child. It's about what they need. But, you know, I can't discourage anybody that has their own outlook on it.
Doctors and experts warn that the rise of anti-science sentiment and the idea of health freedom threaten to make things worse.
We are a canary in a coal mine in South Carolina, and there's no question that it will spread to the rest of the country as vaccine rates start to fall and religious exemptions become more common. Measles virus doesn't recognize any state borders. It doesn't recognize any national borders. It will go where it can find a foothold.
You've got to do the best you can for your family with the information you have. And I'd like to truly believe that every other parent in my community is trying to do the best for their kids. As far as I'm concerned, I'm part of a community, and so being part of that community is taking care of my kids, but also showing my kids how to take care of the community as well, as best as I can.